Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about NIO. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today we're going to be doing another video about NIO, guys. But today's video, we're actually going to be doing a prediction on where NIO is actually going to be headed in the next couple of years. My overall NIO stock prediction. Do I think NIO can eventually be a top EV company? And do I think NIO can one day hit $300 to $500? Obviously, everything I say in my videos, guys, not financial advice, just my personal opinion. With that being said, guys, let's get this started. So if you guys don't know what NIO actually does, NIO is an EV company that's based out of China. They produce luxury EV cars. NIO's actually seen a lot of heat this year, guys. NIO has grown to an extraordinary amount that basically no one can really comprehend how it ended up growing so much. Looking at the 5-year chart, guys, this thing IPO'd September 12th of 2018. Obviously, a fairly recent IPO, and it's currently up 639%. Looking at the 1-year chart, guys, this thing is up 1,718%. I've said this time and time again that I do think NIO is the biggest growth stock of 2020, and I do think that NIO did actually get a lot of attention this year from investors, right? To think at the beginning of the year, guys, that this thing was trading at $3.78, basically having a height of all the way around $56. It just goes to show, that NIO has seen a tremendous amount of growth, going from nothing, now evaluated bigger than General Motors. Taking a look at the 3-month chart, up 130%. Guys, the growth with NIO is consistent, but this leads people to ask the question, is NIO done growing after its huge historic run? People are speculating that after a 1,700% run, there's no way that, NIO stock can run more. There's no way that NIO stock is going to continue to grow. But guys, you have to understand that NIO right now is worth the investment at $44.38 because, guys, NIO is going to see an extraordinary amount of growth in 2021, and here's why. On top of all the analyst upgrades that NIO's actually been getting, we just had a recent one from Goldman Sachs, guys, a huge analyst upgrade, basically from $7 all the way up to $56, a 666% analyst upgrade. That's just absolutely huge, guys. Goldman Sachs was a bear on the stock, right? They had it rated at a sell, $7, and I think they were just trying to get the stock for a little bit cheaper, but that looks good for the stock when a bunch of these big time companies like Bank of America, Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs have huge analyst upgrades for NIO stock. It looks really, really good on the stock itself. But guys, it's not just the analyst upgrades that makes NIO worth the investment or makes NIO worth the buy. Just, guys, with the rise of demand of the EV market in itself, and there's just the overall EV market getting a lot more attention, I think investors are starting to realize, even the big ones, that, there's a lot of money to be made in these EV companies because, guys, the rate of expansion that these companies are growing has never really been seen before, guys. This does take people back to the dot-com bubble back in I think it was the late 90s. But you guys have to understand, people think that the EV market is just one big bubble. But in my opinion, guys, I just don't agree with it. I don't think that the EV market is one big bubble. What I think people are starting to realize is the EV market is worth a lot more than people are actually giving it credit for, guys. You have to understand that, people said the same thing about Tesla when it was first founded back in 2003, went public 2010, and a lot of people said the same about Tesla, guys. People said that Tesla was going to go bankrupt. It was not going to make it, and there's still a lot of bears on the stock. Guys, look at where Tesla is today. It's now worth over $600 billion, right? Elon Musk is a very good CEO, takes care of the company. But guys, their cars are also very, very popular, and they're seen all over. Tesla now making an appearance in China is where kind of NIO steps in. And back to NIO, guys, and why I think NIO is worth the investment at $44.54. Guys, there's just a huge rise in the EV market in itself. Makes NIO actually worth the investment. As you guys know, Tesla making that appearance in China, NIO is now dropping 2 new sedans, an SUV, and a minivan to be able to compete with Tesla, right? That's NIO's biggest thing right now, guys, is being able to, stand up to the competition, which is Tesla. Tesla being a more established brand than NIO, I can see where NIO is kind of afraid there, but I think NIO is going to put up a decent competition. I do think that NIO is going to be a top EV company and probably the biggest EV company in China. You guys also have to take in consideration that NIO also has a lot of good stuff going for it right now. Aside from the bad news, we did get some recent bad news about NIO stock, guys. Basically, the U.S. passed a bill that basically said that, if these Chinese companies do not abide by these auditing guidelines, financial auditing guidelines, then they could be delisted from the NASDAQ. I think overall they're trying to avoid another Luckin Coffee situation here, guys. But on top of that, they also did get more bad news, guys. Not really bad news in my personal opinion, but I guess people view it as bad news. NIO did a public offering of selling 68 million shares at a 7% discount, putting it around $39. And the reason why companies do this, guys, is so they can raise capital, so they can continue to expand, right? Nio, doing the public stock offering, was able to raise $2.65 billion, right? Nio already has plans to expand in Europe, right, by 2021. They also got a lot of recent good news as well. They signed a deal with a company where they're going to be putting up 100 battery swap stations, guys. And what this actually does, guys, it lowers the cost of ownership to the actual owner itself, which makes Nio's cars a lot more, appetizing, right? Something that can be cheaper for you while offering a very wide selection of luxury features and being very, very nice and quick and run full on battery power does catch the eye as a buyer, but it also catches the eye of an investor looking to invest in Nio Stock as a company in itself. We do have Nio Day coming up at the beginning of the year. I believe the day is January 9th. I'm super, super excited for this day, guys, because, it's going to be Nio showing us, what's to come for the future of the company. Where's the company headed, and what kind of expansion can we actually see from Nio Stock in itself? On top of all this, guys, Nio unveiling a bigger and better battery, 100 kilowatt battery, and working on a self-driving chip so they can roll out the robo-taxi delivery service down there in China. It goes to show, guys, that Nio is using technology to be as innovative as possible, and it's putting Nio Stock on the radar, guys. And a lot of people, at the beginning of the year, looking at the 1 year chart one more time, guys, at the beginning of the year, if someone said, this stock is going to run 1,700%, no one would really believe it, guys. There's a lot of EV companies out there that are starting to IPO. But guys, I'm telling you, there's nothing that can get in the way of Nio's growth. Nio is probably going to hit a $100 in 2021, and I could see Nio being a $300 stock by 2022 to 2024. We have seen their earnings, guys. Yes, the company was not profitable, but they're already expecting $960 million in revenue by the next quarter. From 2019 to 2020, the amount of vehicles that Nio sold doubled. So, it goes to show that Nio is growing, guys. Nio is expanding super, super fast, and you guys have to catch it before it's too late, guys. You have to understand that, in my personal opinion, guys, $44.56 is still severely undervalued for a company like Nio that has so much to offer, and that basically it's expanding so fast. Like $44.55, guys, it's still really, really cheap for the amount of growth that Nio is yet to experience. You guys have to understand that Nio is at the pinnacle of its growth, guys. And Nio is going to be growing for a very long time. I do think Nio Stock is going to hit $100 by 2021. And I do think Nio Stock will hit $300 by 2023 to 2025. And the reason I say this, guys, is because the EV market in itself is, just like I said, guys, it's starting to mature. It's starting to grow. Even in China, guys, they're expecting all vehicle sales, 20% of them to be electric. And by 2035, they expect that number to be up to 50%. That means half the cars that are being sold, guys, are all going to be basically full electric cars. That's just absolutely insane to think about. It's insane that the EV market has gained this much traction, and it's insane to think about, everything outside the gate, guys. That Nio is going to be expanding for a very long time, and now is the good time to actually buy Nio Stock. Guys, it is going to be a good year for Nio Stock in 2021. I promise you guys, and I do think Nio Stock is worth the investment. Everything that Nio has going for itself, dropping all sorts of cool vehicles, working on a self-driving chip, all the analyst upgrades, and a bigger and better battery. There's just so much that Nio has going for itself, guys. Even though a public offering in itself made the stock tank a little bit, guys, this is your last chance to get Nio Stock at a good price. I don't think Nio Stock is going to be hovering in the 40s that much longer. And like I said, my analyst price target by 2021 or in 2021 is $100. And whether it hits that in the middle of the year or at the end of the year, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to be holding Nio Stock for a very long time because I know this company has the potential to be the next Tesla. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of Nio Stock. Do you think Nio Stock is worth the investment at $44.56? Do you think Nio Stock will hit $100 in 2021? Do you think Nio is going to have an amazing 2021 year? If you guys own Nio Stock, how many shares do you guys own? What's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Thank you. Have a great day.